Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Sean with Paycheck to Portfolio. Today, I'm really excited. I'm going to start a new weekly series every Wednesday at 5 p.m. from Spark to Fire, how to start investing with $500. If you're new to my channel, all of my W-2 income or earned income rolls into my brokerage account. I don't live out of a traditional checking account. I fully invest my paycheck into growth stocks and ETFs, closed-end funds, and high-yield funds. What that does is it creates equity for me and it creates dividends for me, which over time will completely cover my living expenses and set me free from a 9 to 5 job. I've had a lot of folks on YouTube and in our membership Discord ask about what the best way to get started is. So I figured that this would be a good starting point for anyone that wants to follow step by step, week by week, to scale into the system and to ultimately get free from corporate America or whatever country you're living in. We got a large following across the globe. So we're all in the same rat race. We're all trying to live free. I'll never retire. I'll always be working in some shape or form, whether that's in ministry at my church, serving with my family, or taking trips, things like that. So the work will never stop, but how it looks will obviously adjust. So looking at my starting allocation here, I won't go line item by line item, but this Excel file I'll upload to our membership Discord if you want to filter and touch and feel the Excel file and play around with it. But you can see my growth funds of SPYG going to start out with 6 shares there. Other growth and closed-end funds, CRF and CLM are cornerstone. They drip at the NAV, which stands for net asset value. So every month they pay an 18% dividend. Then they drip that dividend down at their net asset value, which is about 19 to 20% discount. So you can see the estimated yield there. And then finally, I'll be investing in high yield funds such as BTCI, which is a NEOS fund, which is a covered call strategy on Bitcoin. I'll be investing in WIMAX, which is all of the yield max funds. So it's diversified across their whole portfolio. I have QQQY, which is Defiance version of a covered call fund on QQQ. I'll have Weekly Pay, which is a Roundhill fund on all of their weekly payers and funds there. And then I'll have QQQI, which is the NEOS version of the covered call fund on QQQ. So you'll see I have some diversification amongst the companies, and I have diversification amongst the holdings within those companies. So as time moves on, obviously I'll add funds here and I'll add funds there to create more diversification across the portfolio. But that's what I wanted to show you that I'm starting out with there. So if you click on this simple business spread, you can see I'm starting out with my $2,500 starter. I'll start with 0 margin debt because I haven't started floating any bills yet. My effective yield out of the gate will be about 30%. My margin interest rate will be at 8.4%. I'm starting out with 100% equity. So immediately my business spread right off the bat, once I start floating my bills with the interest rate, I'll create a 22% spread or business spread or arbitrage every cycle. And that will expedite the compounding curve, which will essentially set me free quicker from the bill I'm floating or from living free from corporate America. So right off the bat with this investment, I'm going to generate approximately $762 a year or $63 a month. So what I'm planning on doing is bringing $500 in each month and floating a $500 bill approximately. I'm going to try my utilities, starting out with either my water bill or my electric bill. I live in Texas, so the electric bills here can get pretty expensive, between $3 and $4.50. Sometimes it can get higher than that. So I'm going to float my utility bill out of this account. So if I have to pay my electric bill, let's say it's $400, I'm going to bring that $400 into the brokerage account. I'm going to fully invest that $400 into this business spread. And then I'm going to tap my margin equity and pay my bill. So I'm creating this business spread each cycle. That's the whole point. So if you need additional resources, all of these are on my pinned comments within YouTube. I have a free starter kit if you want to read in detail what I'm doing. You can book a strategy call with me, a 30-minute call. You can join our private Discord membership, or you can sign up for a white glove service with myself where I'm going shoulder to shoulder and we're doing some coaching. To wrap up here, I'm going to drop these videos every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you can click side by side with me and you can see, I'm going to show you the accounts and what I'm calling this. Obviously, Spark to Fire is going to be the name that folks voted on in the YouTube poll. But when you click on when you see my home portfolio spreadsheet here, or file, I guess, or landing page, this will be the P2P, Paycheck to Portfolio Starter account. And then, of course, this is my regular account down here, which I show every long form video I do, which I'll continue to do as usual. So those will be obviously on the weekend, Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then the Spark to Fire series with the starter account will be every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you find these series useful so you can tangibly click with me each step of the way and see how I'm handling this. Hope you have a great day. We got rate cut information today. Should be an interesting day in the market. We'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.